gone, you gone. Everybody come around now, they see me blowing. And I keep it real with my people, that's important. All the foreigns, yeah, everything important. I don't take no breaks, I keep going now. Everybody come around now, they see me blowing. And I keep it real with my people, that's important. All the foreigns, yeah, everything important.
Chopstick when I ride, bitches in the pain, I know it. Vision will blow over and shit. Come with perfect time. Turn out I can't live in private. Like if I want it, now I buy it. Send in jail, I did some time. Cause by the rules, I didn't buy it. Go right GF, freedom slime. This on bro, them niggas dying on God. Don't know why niggas trying. Hand on gun when I be driving. Out the window when I be slime. Jail, I can't go change my lifestyle. If I want them gone, get them right now.
Yo, Cedric, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the chat if you're with us right now. Happy Monday. If you want to submit your music, there's a link in the chat for you. If you want to skip the queue, there's another one. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. I always want to make sure that these audio settings work, because every now and then, they just don't. Check. What up, Antiba? How's it going? Jack Boncino, what's going on, bro? We're live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/KayvanMD. I am not, but we're trying. We're going to get that one of these days. Antiba, welcome back to the chat. We are so back. We're going to get you bumped up into the priority queue, and we can't wait to hear some new music from you. You guys hear me? What's going on? What's going on if you're in the chat? Let me know if you can hear what I'm saying or if we are broken. Let me know. All right, cool, beautiful. Love to hear it. And Debo, welcome back, bro. Let us know when you've got your submission in the Google form. We'll make sure we get you bumped up to the priority queue marked in orange. We are going to hit 20,000. Submission number 20,000 today. We're going to hit it. So if you are in the chat and you want to submit your music, make sure you hit !submit at any point. That's going to pull it up. And if you want to skip the queue, !skip is going to do that. Vuta, let me know your artist name in the chat. We'll make sure we get you bumped up to the priority queue as well. But you got to make sure you submit in the Google form if you haven't already. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch, because that's where all the good stuff is happening. I'm going to explain what this is, what we do here, who I am, and all that good shit very, very shortly. But if you are here in the chat, make sure you submit your music by hitting !submit. And then if you want to skip the queue, make sure you subscribe or gift a sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. I think I'm still missing Vuta. Let me know what your artist name is in the chat, please. And what's going on? How's everybody's Thanksgiving? Let us know what you were up to last week. I missed you guys on Thursday, but I was making steaks and watching Wicked, so it was a good day. I can't even say that it wasn't. If you are in the chat and you are just submitting your music for the free queue, that is fine. Don't feel like you have to subscribe or gift a sub, but if you want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub, because that will guarantee that we'll play your song before the end of the stream. Otherwise, we'll try and get through as many songs as possible. We'll get through our priority subscriber queue, like I said, and then we'll do some free bumps at random using our spinning wheel, just like we do usually every 5 priority subscriber submissions. Yes, Victor Rashad, submit through the submission form in the link. That'll take the submissions right here. Took a bit of a mental break from music, but overall pretty good. Look, sometimes you gotta take a mental break from music. I took a couple days from making content as well over Thanksgiving, and it was nice. I'll probably take some more days as we get into the holidays and into Christmas, and that is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta do it. If you are here for the first time, I'll explain what this is, how this works, how we do all that shit very shortly. But the basic thing is, if you want to submit your music, use this link that I just put in the chat. And if you want to skip the queue and get bumped into our priority queue marked in orange, which is a guarantee that you'll get played today on stream, subscribing or gifting a sub is the best way to do it. Wicked was unbelievable. I saw it on Broadway not too long ago for the first time and loved it. But now seeing the movie version of it as well, it's just the songs, the performance, Ariana, Cynthia, really everyone did an incredible job, and it was just such a beautiful movie. So highly recommend, if you guys like musicals, if you like musical theater, go watch the Wicked movie. It is unreal. This is not a paid ad. It's unbelievable. Cedric, you have to go to the Broadway version. The Broadway version was sick, and the girls who are on Broadway right now playing the lead characters are also amazing too. So next time you're in New York, try and go. All right. For everybody who just joined us, because I saw a bunch of people just hop in, if you want to submit your music, !submit. If you want to skip the queue and get guaranteed play today, and one of the first songs that we play as well, make sure you subscribe or get the sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue. When we get to 5 priority subscriber submissions, I'll put a free bump in there. So every 5 of those, we use this lovely spinning wheel right here and pick somebody at random to get bumped up for free. And then the last 30 minutes of the stream are always dedicated to people who are in the chat hanging out with us as well. So stick around, have some fun, listen to some music, tell us what you think, and there's always the opportunity to get bumped up for free the further into the stream we get as well. I'm good. I can't really complain. We are at the end of our release schedule for the year on the distro side, so I don't have any more releases coming out this year, and I'm really just focused on kind of signing stuff for next year and looking at projects for next year. I got a couple music videos coming out. We've got a Shloob music video coming out this week, and then also CCBK music video dropping next week. So that's all I'm working on, man. That kind of stuff. End of year recaps. I got a lot of lists that I'm going to start doing, like our best songs you found on Twitch this year, as well as the best songs of the Discord community playlist this year as well. More content, more interviews. I just went through this whole thing with Too Lost. So the Kayvan's House page and Too Lost are doing a partnership together where we're going to be doing some sponsored at-home withs and just some other stuff too. Malou Vincent, what's going on? Welcome back. So if you are a Too Lost client, they've been sending over some names to consider for the at-home with series. So you are going to see some at-home withs pop up. That's this interview series pop up with some Too Lost artists, which I'm very excited about. So it's been cool. We're really just trying to figure out more ways to like do more for the artist community and give back through playlist and all kinds of things too. So they'll be flagging people for me, and obviously I've got an eye out for anybody that they send over who's already a Kayvan's House community member as well. So just keep that in mind as you guys are working with them. That's something that you can maybe flag for your rep, especially as you start to get a little bit more movement. It's not going to be limited to just artists with big followings or just big artists, but I'm trying to figure out more things because we're doing like a cool partnership where we'll just kind of use some of the Kayvan's House stuff to help push clients from all sizes from their roster. Obviously, I work with them on a couple different things, but this is something I'm really excited about going into next year. We'll be doing more, adding more content that is specific to maybe artists on the Too Lost roster, so maybe a playlist. We've talked about that, doing something that is a little bit more of a music discovery playlist for artists on the roster who are still growing and a little bit smaller. So just keep your eyes open for it. More to come. In the meantime, if you do want to sign up for Too Lost, 3 months free right here if you use this code underneath me. It's just KH, the Kayvan's House. And if you want to follow us on socials, boom, at KayvanMD, at Kayvan's House. Make sure you follow both of those. This is the Kayvan's House page for everybody who doesn't know. So obviously everything we're building here is kind of centered around this. Like, you literally are in my crib right now. I do all of my work in this chair. I'm here most of the time. I do a lot of my playlisting and content in this seat as well. So Kayvan's House is the brand, is the kind of like arm that we use to push content out to help promote artists from our community and highlight artists from our community as well. So make sure you go follow us on Instagram if you haven't already, because we have a lot of content opportunities for you guys there. I just dropped a new update to my Discover monthly playlist today. If you want to check that out, make sure you go check that out as well. Favorite songs that I find on Twitch, we do this every single week. Tomorrow will be my day for making content for that, but it'll highlight songs you found here on stream. So if you send your Spotify links in, I can playlist them, I can save that for content, and we'll be keeping an eye open for that. I've also got my songs we found in the comments series, which if you want to go comment on this, let's say you don't get played on stream and you still want to submit for a playlist, this is a free opportunity for you. Just go leave me a comment with your artist name and song title, and I'll be listening to those and saving, playlisting, and making content about the songs we found. We just updated our community playlist as well. This is a Discord specific playlist, so if you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you also go join the Discord as well, because there's another free opportunity for you guys in there. What else? We've got our new music for this playlist, which updates every single Friday. You can submit for this by hitting the link in my bio and clicking the release calendar form. It's easy. I check it every single week, and then I make content about the songs that we find there as well. So look, lots of free opportunities for you guys that kind of revolve around the Kayvan's House page on Instagram and also the Discord. So make sure you join all those things if you haven't. Literally all of that stuff is free. For everybody who is new in here, exclamation mark submit to submit your music. That's going to pull up a form for you to fill out. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing or gifting a sub is the best way to guarantee that you get played on stream today. Is the only way to guarantee that we'll get to your music. As you can see, a lot of these red ones are the songs we haven't gone to in the previous stream, but the green ones are the ones we did get to. So we get to a lot of songs, usually between 35 and 40 songs a stream. So if you want to submit your music, make sure you do that. That is always free. But like I said, if you want to guarantee your song gets played, subscribing or gifting a sub is the best way to do it. Now, why do I do this? Who am I? What is this? What is the point? All right, so my name is Kayvan. I am the director of A&R Genius Distro. I've been a Genius for the last 8 years, working on everything from verified, deconstructed, content strategy, branded content, live events, a little bit of everything. And so about 2 years ago, they asked me to start a distro company at Genius. We did that. We started. We signed a bunch of artists. We put a bunch of projects out. We're about 3 years in, almost 50 million streams in. We've worked with artists like My Name Isn't J-Mac, who I signed from this community, Bray, who I signed from this community, CCBKE, who I signed from this community, Leia the Leo, who I signed from this community, Antone, who I signed from this community, and Serena, who I found here as well. But we've also worked with Win, Overcast, Angela Moda, Ashoka, who we just put out a recent EP with, and Chris Crack, 2 out of Chicago. So that is what we're doing right now. And this is a way for me to listen to artists. I obviously make a lot of playlists, make a lot of content around independent and emerging artists. I've always been like that. And so this is my way of connecting with you guys and giving feedback on your music. So you can see what I playlist, what I don't playlist, and we can talk about why I wouldn't playlist things, or why I wouldn't sign something, or why I would sign something. It's also a way for me to find talent for all of these opportunities that I have. And so that's that. You know what I mean? I work with, I've been managing artists for a while. I've been making playlists for a while. I'm a classically trained violinist. I produce music. I've been an artist myself. So we'll talk about everything here. There's really only one rule, and it's to be respectful of each other. So if you're not being respectful to each other, you're going to feel the pains of not being respectful to the other people in the chat. And after a couple warnings, you will get banished from our community. Yes, I'm like old school banishing. I will send you out into the wilderness on your own, and you will never be able to come back here. Maybe not never, but, you know, we'll banish you at least for a little bit. All right, so all that to say, if you want to submit music, it's free. If you have artist friends, tell them to submit stuff. If you have unreleased music, I'd love to hear it. If you have stuff that's just come out, send it. If you have music videos you want me to watch, send it. If you have content that you want me to see on social, send that too. And if you have any questions about anything, I've worked on basically every part of the music industry in my career at this point. So if there's anything that you want to ask questions about ever, feel free to ask that in the chat, and I'm always happy to answer those questions. But the main purpose of what we do here is listening to music and giving feedback. So if you are in the chat, let us know what you think of these songs. I'll be pulling up socials as we go. I'm going to be following artists as well, okay? That's it. That's the whole rundown. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into some music, and you guys can see how this works. We are starting with Andiva today. Looks like we only have a couple in the priority subscriber queue, which is fine. So we'll get through those, and as soon as we get through those, we'll try and do some more free bumps at random. Though if you do want to subscribe or gift a sub, that will get you bumped up into the priority queue, and you'll be one of the first 5 artists to play on stream today, okay? And that is that. All right, first up, we've got Andiva. Let's get into this music. He left us a note. He said, "What's so back, baby? Here's my birthday gift to everybody out on Friday." Is it your birthday this week, bro? Is it? Let us know in the chat. This is Andiva with Dime. And I'm glad that we're starting with some energy. If you're with us on Instagram, come join us on Twitch. We're live right now. Twitch.tv/KayvanMD. This drops tomorrow, and it's Andiva's birthday tomorrow. Let's get some birthday wishes in the chat. Let's get some happy birthdays for Andiva in the chat. How old are you turning? It might be rude to ask, but I'm finna ask anyway. If you're with us on Instagram, we're live on Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/KayvanMD. Chase Chowder, happy birthday to you. 28, I'm an old man. I am 32, bro. Calm down. Calm down. Happy birthday to you too, Chase Chowder. Let us know what you think in the chat. This has got a crazy bounce to it. Birdie Treasures, let us know your artist name in the chat. Oh, that drop was nice. Andiva Music on Instagram. Oh. This is real nice. Let us know what you think in the chat. And again, if you want to submit your music, here's the link. If you want to skip the queue, I guarantee you get played on stream today. Subscribing or gifting a sub is the best way to do that. Birdie Treasures, let me know your artist name. This is Andiva. Andiva Music. Out of Miami. Bro, this is crazy. We'll definitely be putting this in our New Music Who This playlist on Friday when it drops. Without a doubt. Buddy Treasures, what's your artist name? Make sure you submit in the Google form. Yo, this is so tough, bro. Hosea Williams. Ooh. Check the rhyme. Let me know what you got for me today, because it just said you resubscribed. For a year. Congratulations on a year. Yo, this is crazy, bro. Every aspect of the arrangement on this is perfect. I have no feedback. You are like five, bro. You got hella skips to the kind of banked right now. Look, I'm not always the biggest electronic music fan, but this is it. This is the sweet spot for me. Is it, okay, so this came from Tails Beats Mega Collab back in September. This is very good, bro. How do you see how much the sub should be? I think that's $7.99 if you are not an Amazon Prime user, but if you have Amazon Prime, it's actually free. Saving for a listening party when my EP drops is hilarious, but maybe smart. Yuta says this is a vibe for sure. Very good. I like that one a lot. Look, very, very little feedback. It does get the people going. I think it's just got good pacing. It's a good tempo. I really have no qualms with anything that you did there. The mix was solid on it too. Dope Dean, Yo Twin is a little different, but I make cinematic videos to music. Yeah, absolutely. Look, if you want to submit your music, here's a link right here. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing or gifting a sub to the channel will get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange. That is a guarantee that we'll play whatever it is that you want to send in. I'm down to look at anything. I've worked in video and video production as well. I'm not necessarily a director or an editor, but I have worked and done a lot of like feedback and quality control and stuff like that before it goes out on the Genius side of things. So it's something that I think about and look at a lot. But yeah, send whatever you want in. We've got Vuta up next. Jay Bish, let me know the artist name in the chat as well. And then check the rhyme. If you've got one for me, let me know. This is Vuta with Moonshine. Let us know what you think in the chat. That last one was Andiba Music on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. We're going to keep things moving and hopefully get through a lot of songs today. Oh, I see the J Bish one. I see the J Bish one. Thank you, thank you. Butto is a new one. Aiden Ross, is that me? You think I look like Aiden Ross? I don't think so. You think so? I'm older, so he looks like me. A little bit, maybe. If it's any, I'm way less of a douchebag. For what it's worth. I've been told I look like Yeet before. DJ Klomba, what's going on, bro? Good evening. I just heard the sample vocals could come up a bit on his. Let's check the rhyme. Wow, Fortune, if you're in here for the first time, you want to submit music, hit exclamation mark submit. If you want to skip the queue, exclamation mark skip. I really like the song a lot, but I agree the vocals, if I had any feedback, it's that there could be a little bit more balance in the actual like volume levels of the vocals. It's dynamic, but maybe a bit too dynamic. It goes in and out a little bit, gets loud, it gets quiet. So I wish it was maybe a little bit more consistent volume-wise, but that's it. No sample in the opening. Is that just you? Kwame Brown, let us know the artist name in the chat. Though I think I know this already. I would maybe say the same thing, just volume-wise, leveling, especially when we're talking about the electric guitar and the keyboard too. I think that's really what my main feedback is just kind of the leveling and making sure everything feels a little bit more balanced. Oh, I love that. 1 minute long is fine. If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. I love to know where you guys are at in the world. I'm also from the UK originally, so no, I've got a soft spot for anybody from the UK in here. Mugen says, love this. The whole song is sample fodder. Like, this is something that I would, like, literally rip off the internet, chop the fuck up, and make another beat out of, without a doubt. It's very, very nostalgic. It feels like that late 80s kind of R&B sound, which I'm a big fan of. This could easily be a deep cut of like one of your favorite R&B artists. I will do it when it releases. I used to do a series on it was a very short-lived series, but I did like 3 videos where I was sampling stuff from the comments. Like, people would leave me a song, and then I would rip that song off the internet and then do a flip of it. I wonder if I can find one of those beats. I did like one that I was like really, really happy with, and then my fucking computer died, and I just never could. I can never get it again. I'd have to go find it on my TikTok. But it was something I was like, this is sick. This is really cool. I want to do this more. So I would be super down. Let me see if I can find it. Samples from the... Yeah, right here. I did this one. How many people in the queue? There's like 4 people in the queue right now, 5 in the queue. If you want to subscribe or gift a sub, that'll get you bumped up. Yeah, it's not a huge queue right now. We're about to do a free bump in a second, too, after the next couple songs. But... look at me dancing foolishly. But yeah, this was me just like sampling something from the comments. So I would do more of that. Shit was fun. And I do love sampling. It's just a really good time for me. So yeah, let me know when it drops. And I will chop that up and have fun with it. We got Mugen the Human up next with Pluto. This is unfinished. Let us know what you think in the chat. Sorry, we took a bit of a detour there. If you were rocking with that one, Viuta Tonight, VIUTA Tonight on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Keep mad short because no one drops over the holidays. That's fine. I'm not even pressed. We get more free bumps on short queue days. So, look, I'm not mad at it. I fuck with this artist, man. Mugen the Human, longtime community member. Hey. I don't disagree with that. I'm never really mad when people like, now that I work in the industry, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Alright, he's looking for mixed guidance, so let us know what you think in the chat. I mean, definitely vocals up on this one. Especially the background vocals and the lead. I mean both. All the vocals could come up. Bass feels a little buried in the background too, so I probably cut that up. The sample sits in a good place, but maybe just carve out a little bit more space for your vocal to kind of cut through on the vocal on the mix. Beat Makas, let me know the artist name in the chat. We'll get you bumped up, bro. I definitely like the ideas here. I don't know if I could tell you all the things in the mix that could make it better. I think the thing that immediately stands out is the vocal levels being kind of low. The sample is pretty dominant, you know what I mean? Brinks, what's going on, bro? My biggest thing is the vocal. You could maybe even leave everything the way it is, cut the vocal up, and maybe just widen up the bass a little bit more, because it just feels a little compressed. Let us know what you think in the chat. Obviously, if you guys have mixed feedback, it's helpful if you do it. You know, like I'm not out here mixing every day, so. Probably less reverb delay on the vocal if I was gonna be real picky. You know me, I'm not for the overly wet vocals. I like the reverb to be like subtle but there. And that's maybe just a me preference also, you know what I mean? Absolutely, Dope Dean, you can, bro. If you want to submit it right there, that's fine. just make sure you submit it in the Google form because that's where I'm pulling everything from. And then if you want to get it bumped up into the priority queue, subscribing or gifting a sub, we'll do it, bro. Bro got the classic M50X leather shedding in his hair. Look, bruh, look. I use these headphones a lot. You know what? I was looking to replace them, right? Because I just did some Googling. Also, that was submission number 20,000. So shout out to Mugen for that, bro. Yeah, it's super hard. I think the mix does need work. The leveling needs work. But all right, this is the thing. These headphones, I was looking and I was like, oh man, I got to replace the ear pads on them because these are just crumbling into my ears and into my hair all the time. And I'm just covered in the fucking, the leather from this headphones. And I was looking into it and I started Googling, and every review that I was reading about the replacement pads was like, oh, you replace the pads and it changes the acoustics of the headphones. And I was like, fuck, I can't buy some headphone pads that's going to change the way that the headphones sound because I'm giving feedback like twice a week. And if I'm giving feedback, I need this balanced mix. I need to be able to hear it properly. And if it fucks the acoustics of the headphones up, how is that going to change the way that I hear things? So I'm just going to have to thug it out and let the leather disintegrate into my skin and maybe just become a part of me. And then eventually just get new headphones. But for now, we're just going to leave it as it is and rough it out. After 2 pairs, I had to switch to the DT 990 Pros. Took a few weeks for me to get used to them, but a good switch. Okay, that is good. I mean, I doubt it's that much of a difference, honestly. I get that, but at the same time, like, I don't even want to run the risk. What if I start listening to things and I hear things completely differently? Terrible. Most people that say that are like mega audiophiles. My brother, all I do is listen to music on these headphones, I think, at this point. I've become a bit of a mega audiophile. So I just was like, fuck, like I can't. I just gotta keep using these like melted ones. If you guys have headphone recommendations though, please let me know in the chat. I'm thinking about trying to buy some new ones and then fucking just expense them at work. I hate my friend, Zayo Williams. Let us know what you think in the chat. I do, so I am not crazy about a vocal mix that sounds like this, always. It's not just specific to this song, but it's usually the case. Yeah, I love the M50s, that's the thing. I really love the Audio-Technica sound. Love going horribly. I need some R&B. My ATs is straight up artifacts, bro. They are my go-tos. I have like 3 pairs. Maybe I need to cop some more. Damn, Akimi, that's rough. I do like this. I do wish that the master was up a little bit. Bars are there for sure. I love the flow. I love the delivery. I'm gonna save this to the playlist because there are a lot of things that I do like about it. I wish that the vocal mix was a little bit more robust, and maybe just the master overall was a bit louder. Great voice though. Okay, Gerald, booking agent from San Francisco. Do you book predominantly hip hop? Do you book other things? I'm curious. Always trying to connect with more booking agents, not only for myself but for the artists in the community too. Flow and lyricism top notch, says Mugen. Is it a sample on the beat? It feels like a sample, so even if it's not a sample, great job on the production. It's just the mix for me. Brick and Mortar Music Hall is my venue, says Bodhi Treasure. Ah, my boy. We might need to connect just separately. Brick and Mortar and SF, yes. You know what? So I did really like the song. Like I said, biggest feedback for me is really just on the mix, making sure that vocal is maybe a little bit more like in your face. Same thing with the beat, just a little bit more in your face than it was. I think the only reason that I say that is if you're listening back to back, and I say this a lot when we're in stream, it's just the back to back. If you're listening to something else that's louder and then you get something that's quieter, that's the thing. I am not a Pisces. I am a Virgo. That's so joy. I don't know if that's a good thing. But I'm fully a Virgo. Well, I'm not fully a Virgo. I'm a Virgo rising, a Gemini. No, Virgo sun, Gemini rising, Scorpio moon. Yes, that is right. Virgo life, August 25th, September 2nd. Gang, gang. Self-managed, acting my own booking agent. This shit's fucking hard as shit, bro. So congrats to you. Props to you. Let's go, Virgo gang. J Bish and Griff, Lost. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got a free bump coming up after this one using our spinning wheel, so make sure you submit your music using the Google form if you haven't. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing or gifting a sub will get you bumped into the priority queue. Marked in orange. We got 2 more priority subs after this. Similar note here with the vocal. You guys still giving me the headphone recommendations? Send them to me on Discord, because I do need headphone recommendations. Wow, Fortune, Bastronaut, thanks for the follow. On this one, the kick is pretty loud. The sub is louder. The vocal still feels kind of low. So bring the vocal up on this for sure. I was told vocalists, the vocal should be the star of the show. It's the thing you want people to remember you for, is your vocals, right? To me, the kick is probably the most dominating part of the mix right now. If you're not sidechaining the bass and the kick, you should. Just with this sub being a more long tail, kind of like boom, boom, boom. If you sidechain, you won't have to turn that kick up so much because it's going to duck out the sub when the kick is hitting. So the kick will punch through the sub without you having to have the kick be so loud. So if that's what you're doing, maybe just take a look at that. Make sure you sidechain your kick to your sub, or whichever way that works. If you're sidechaining the sub to the kick, I think maybe. But that's something to think about. Bastronaut says, me as a producer, chopping and obliterating vocals were a good job, chops. Multi-band sidechain, says Malou Vincent. Yeah, because that'll help. I think that's a mistake a lot of people make when they're layering their sub and kick. Sometimes it's like you feel like you gotta turn your kick up. But especially with a long tail sub, you can really just sidechain that and it'll give you the same effect. I like the vocal mix overall, like just the way that it sounds and feels. It could just be louder. Melodically, I think it's good. I would definitely add harmonies, layers, those kinds of details, especially for an R&B song. That's maybe the thing. You know what I mean? Is just like, as you are building it out, I think the thing that sets apart artists in the R&B space more than anything, especially like in this space of R&B, is those details that you'll get in the background as well. 246 is not too long, so I don't think like variation wise you like need to do a lot for variation to just change it up. But something to always think about, and something I think about a lot, especially when we're talking about like arrangement and like just the actual like structure of a vocal. It's never a bad thing to have more variation. I don't think, if you look at Future, like there's so much variation that happens throughout one of his songs, and I think that's what makes his music so easy to listen to. Black is maybe the opposite, where it's like can be a little boring because he just does a lot of the same stuff throughout. He'll have moments of variation, but to me, I feel like sometimes when I'm listening to his music, I get a little bit more bored. Tiller is another great version, I think, in the trap soul space, who does a lot of variation. It makes it so easy to listen to because it just moves all the time. You know what I mean? Shit, Why Try in here? Why Try? The person who works with a Why Try is in here. Yeah, Isotope, Ozone, and Soothe would do this track wonders. I highly recommend Ozone to anybody for a bunch of different reasons, including what I think is amazing, which is the auto AI mastering tool, which will give you a pretty good master based on whatever your mix is. It's not going to be perfect, but if you're not a mastering engineer, it's definitely not a bad thing. DNMDC, you're going to get your wish. We're going to watch your little 1-minute thing that you sent in. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's this SoundCloud link. Do you want the SoundCloud link or do you want the Instagram? I'm going to do the Instagram link. All right, this is our first free bump of the night. Again, if you want to guarantee that you get played on stream, best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That'll get you bumped into this priority queue marked in orange. But every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we'll use our spinning wheel. We'll pull up something, and we'll look at it together. Let us know what you think in the chat. I mean, video's crazy already, though maybe a little unsafe.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh.
I'm in a band with
Oh.
I'm in a band with killers.
Song is crazy.
I'm in a band with killers.
You went on a trip. There's a lot of different cities in this video. A lot of different countries in this video. I would maybe get a stabilizer, just because I see you doing the stabilizing in the back and the like in the video editing software. It doesn't really do the same thing. It distorts the image and distorts the footage a little bit.
I'm trying to put an M on my land. That's like
So if you did want to like really just like improve on your video quality, get like a handheld gimbal. The DJI one is good. There's a bunch you can get though. Victor Rashad, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm not mad at the song here or the video.
Round the city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make
the video is cool.
Equal.
I mean, you shot in some beautiful places. It's kind of a cheat code when you can shoot in really beautiful settings, because you don't have to do that much. It's just engaging. This is Frank Ocean right now. I don't think the beginning was Frank Ocean, but this is obviously a Frank Ocean song. Did you just make this for content?
Get some good shit, have a calm night. Shooters killing left and right.
I mean, I respect the hustle on this content in general. Ah, the Louvre. I definitely recognize a lot of these places just from going to these places myself too, which is cool. All right, DNXMDC on Instagram. I hope you send in some of your own music too, because I do want to hear it. Victor Rashad will get you bumped up into the priority queue. Thank you for the sub. I think there's a couple people who subbed who didn't say anything as well. B Marcus, we got you. Kwame, we got you. Check the rhyme. It's really just you. If you wanted to let me know a song, we'll make sure we get you bumped up. We got Kwame Brown up next, coming soon. Lo-Fi Tings, great producer. This one's 97, 2024, 1124. It's a nice 112 BPM and G flat minor. So let us know what you think in the chat. What's going on, Phil? We're live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/KayvanMD. Only if they add presets to the videos, it'll look pro. The presets will help and it'll make it look cool, but honestly, the stabilizer would be good enough. I don't think you need to do all that. Like, you don't need to do all that much on the edit front. It was nice. It was youthful. It felt fun. And it was just you doing a trip. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I do think you get a stabilizer and it's going to help just elevate that video quality already, because you won't have to do things like stabilize on the back end, which does, you know, just start the footage and stuff like that. So I would invest in getting one. They're not that expensive. I can show you the one that I have for mobile. Yeah, this is super chill lo-fi beats right now. I feel like I could do anything that I wanted to do. Mobile gimbal. There's a bunch of options for this too. And obviously if you're shooting on a camera or like on an actual like DSLR, there'll be different ones. But the one that we bought that I really like is it wasn't that expensive either, honestly. That's why I got it, because I was like, oh, this is fire. We can do a lot with this. Technomix, thanks for the follow. RDK, thanks for the follow. This is super, super fire. We didn't get the DJI Osmo because it was just more expensive. And there's a cheaper one that's actually really good. The fuck's it at, though? This is a very easy listen. They better not have stopped selling. I mean, this is like the go-to. Like, honestly, it's Cyber Monday deal. So if you really want to get like the best one, get this one. You can do all kinds of really cool shit on it, but it'll help because it's got 3 axes. So you can do like this kind of shit, like the zooms and pans and everything is great. I like everything about this mix says bass not. So I would definitely invest in that, honestly. I think it'll help a lot. And then if you want to get really crazy with it, is that what it's called? Moment, iPhone, lens. You can also go to this place. And I'll pull up the socials for that one in a second. You can also go check out this place. So you can actually get mobile lenses for your iPhone as well. So if you are shooting on iPhone and not DSLR, you can get an anamorphic lens. You can get macro, wide, tele. So you can do all of those kind of like effects that you would have with different lenses that you would add to your DSLR, and you can do it on your iPhone. So there's just a lot of ways that you can kind of upgrade your iPhone now to get really, really like cinema quality footage, especially if you're shooting on a new iPhone and stuff like that. Gimbal, lenses, 2 great ways to do it. Lighting's very important too, so just think about those things. We also, a lot of times, like my wife and I, when we're shooting things for like the artists that I work with, we'll kind of rent like a peer space and then just get a studio, like a pre-lit studio or something like that, and shoot it in there too. Anamorphic's the best one for instant pro look. That's a fact, but it will make you shoot in widescreen. So if you are shooting with trying to crop into like vertical, And keep that in mind too, because that can also really change the way that it looks when you are trying to crop that into vertical. So I don't know if that's necessarily the best for that, but if you're trying to get a cinematic look, that widescreen cinematic look, then the anamorphic lens is definitely the best for that. Connections up next. We get some prog metalcore from South Australia. I love when we get shit that is out of pocket and out of genres that we expect. Let us know what you think in the chat. And again, if you want to submit music, !submit. If you want to skip the queue, !skip. A little quiet on the volume starting out on this one, but let's see what happens. This is that second video. Oh, very synthy. And then for Kwame, sorry. No socials. The socials are coming soon. Oh, God. Let us know what you think in the chat. Look, I will say that I do enjoy some prog metal. Should I make a music video for my first song? If you have the funds and the ability to do it, why not? It's always good to have visuals to help promote your music. But if you can't get it to the quality that you want it to be at, don't worry about it. Just have visuals to help push the song. I mean, you guys are sick, honestly. Chase says if the song's actually fire, I think it makes a much more impactful debut. I mean, that's also fair. I just wouldn't spend... My rule of thumb is to not spend more on the music video than you have to spend on the ad spend to push the music video. Because music videos don't just go up like that on their own. Like, you've got to do ad spends and things like that to get more viewership on it. Musically, this is so sick, guys. The music video is very of the genre. It's maybe not the most exciting music video, but at the same time, I don't know that it needs to be. The one thing I would say is it's a bit dark, which does fit the genre. Her scream is crazy. Bruh. Crisscross, what's going on, bro? Let us know where you're watching from in the chat. Obviously, we've got people from all over the place right now, but I'd love to see where you guys are from. And let us know what you think. This is Connections. They're from South Australia. Yeah, send some music. We don't have a very long skip queue today, so... One thing that, I mean, I can't remember what you guys did in the last music video. I remember liking it. I would love to see you guys do something that was a little bit more like just bright and like in your face and eye-catching. I think that's my only real feedback on this video is it's a little dark. But bruh, the song itself is crazy. And her scream is unreal, bro. That's a very good scream. You know, I always complain about a 4-minute and 33-second long song, though I do feel like, again, for the genre, it fits. I do feel like as the song climaxes too, the edit could also climax with it. That's maybe the only other thing I wish from this video is like as the song continues to build, that maybe some of the edits that come with the video also build with that as well. Just to have that movement and to kind of match like the climax that's happening musically. But I mean, look, I'm not a video director. And the song itself is very good. And I'm gonna go save it and put it in the playlist. Guys, I think I like prog metal a lot. I knew there was like bits and pieces of it that I liked, but I think I'm really a big prog metal fan. Connections.aus on Instagram. Make sure you go follow as well, especially if you're into metal, because man, Great scream. I want more screaming, please. Victor Rashad up next, and then if we have no more priority subs, we'll do like a random one. This is Wartime Ready by Victor Rashad. Let us know what you think. Out of Covington, Georgia.
Over the last year, the highest rate in 40 years.
I weirdly think I just listened to you recently.
Are getting closer to a national average of
Did you submit for something else?
To be honest, I don't know, but I know these
Great delivery off rip.
so it's time to show and prove. Me no trapper, me no killer, but I know.
Let us know what you think in the chat. In my bubble goose, straight deuce and a deuce in my bubble goose. All right.
My alarm sings, I wake up. I had a dream that I robbed somebody, and that's odd because
This is Fies' Buddy Treasures.
What is God trying to tell me?
I think I saved this in something else as well.
Let me do my meditations, clear my mind of crazy thoughts. I quit my job, I was on top, not a top, seen so far. Maybe it'll ease my mind if I just put weed in this gar, roll it up.
Nah.
Damn, what's next? How do I deal with
I swear I listened to this for some reason the other day. Did you might have tweeted it at me. I think you might have tweeted at me because I was looking for artists to listen to, and a bunch of people tweeted me shit. I think this was one of the songs, and I'm pretty sure I saved it because your delivery caught my ear immediately. Delivery is definitely on point. Wow, Fortune says, yeah, this is hard. Victor Rashad on Instagram. This sounds like something I would do. I mean, look, you got to do that type of shit. I'm always telling artists, like, yo, like, just send me shit. Like, I actually just like listening to music, so I'm never gonna be upset about people sending me music. That's the reason I do all this shit. But I remember hearing you and it standing out and being like, this is just kind of hard. Because I really have to say, one, beat choice is very good. Two, the vocal delivery is very good. I do think the mix could be a little bit better. If I was gonna say anything could improve, that's probably what I would say, is just the balance between the instrumental and the vocal. And then also the master overall could be a bit louder. I want it to knock a bit more than it does. But all of the elements are there, and that's the thing that impresses me the most. What up, Body K? Welcome to chat. And I like the big fucking sample in here too. And my bubble goose. Yeah, look, 239 is an easy listen. Your voice sounds great throughout. It stood out to me to the point where I remembered it, days after listening to it for the first time. So all of that is really, really good. I followed you. I'm definitely going to keep up. We put that in the playlist. I'm going to keep my eyes open, bro. Keep sending stuff in, especially as you're dropping. I'd love to hear more. All right, we got Elijah with Low up next. I love Elijah. Check the rhyme. This is an artist who's been in the community a lot. We've heard a lot of his music over the last year or so. And I keep playlisting everything I hear because I just really fuck with his music. I think he's such a talented kid. So this is Elijah. Let us know what you think in the chat. And again, if you want to submit your music, !submit. It's free to submit your music. If you want to skip the queue and get bumped into our priority queue, all you have to do is subscribe or give to sub, and then I'll get you a guaranteed play on stream today. Chris Cross, let me know when you've submitted. Elijah's so good, bro. He's so good. Oh, you just found his music yesterday? Check the rhyme. He's sick, dude. ELXJH. He's such a talented artist, man. Chris Cross, is it under Taps Galantino? All right, we're gonna add in another free bump after that. How could you be so low? That's how you feel, and say what you mean to me. Not a big deal, however you think of. I'll spend my life trying to be better for you. You can be satisfied, no matter how. Definitely hit me on Discord or socials, because I am not going to be able to remember that with the Twitch, with the chat moving so quick. Oh, he popped up in one of your live streams yesterday. He's sick, dude. I really I'm such a fan of his music. It's not a bot. That's we were just talking a second ago. Not a bot this time. Wow, the production on this is crazy. Yeah, we have a lot of his older stuff saved. Like, we've listened to a lot of the 2024 stuff, but 2023, like, we playlisted basically everything he did. Super, super talented artist. Yeah, chat is quiet today, bro. Chat is quiet today. You did make it in time, Shalon Sosa. La Salle Grandeur. I think I was 2009. Yes, you are there. No worries. We are still going through our priority queue, though, marked in orange. So again, if you want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today, best thing you can do is subscribe and gift a sub. That has a guaranteed play. We've got Taps Galantino up next, but then we have a free one coming up after that at random using our spinning wheel. Oh, Taps Galantino. This link does not work, unfortunately, my dude. Can you make sure that you send the link again? I mean, I'll try and see if I can log in and open it. Oh, shit. Taps unreleased. We can. What's the song, bro? What was the song? Oh, no, we can't. Doesn't exist. The folder does not exist. I cannot open it. I can't open it. You can. That Asian blonde one is going to be next. I'm going to play it right now, actually. Send it to me when you can, bro. I'll flip it with Asian blonde. We'll play Asian blonde first. This is featuring Bray, who, as I mentioned, we signed from the stream here to Genius Distro, and also Jaya. Let us know what you think in the chat. I love this group. I'm actually going to talk to Will on Thursday to help him with his dissertation, bro. Because that's how much I fuck with you guys. New verse and a new bridge. Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. We want to know what you think of these songs, so please let us know what you think in the chat if you are here. Your opinions are very important. This shit started so funky already. Which one's the new verse? Hey. Asian X Blonde on Instagram. Oh, of course, man. Look, that's a big deal. A dissertation's a hard thing to do, so I was happy to help. I can't wait for these guys to start dropping music again next year, honestly. Guitar sounds so good. That just sounded really good so far.
So tell me what you know, and I'll pick up the phone. If you don't respond to texts, there's someone I need to address. If you're not playing fair, then I don't want to say. 'Cause we can't keep doing.
Love the vocal layering on this part too. Is Bray right now? Is Jay's verse the last one? 257 is still really short. For 4 artists on this song, 257 is really, really concise. I do like the variation and how much this moves throughout. It's kind of nice. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch. We're live right now. Twitch.tv/KayvanMD. We'd love to see you in the chat.
You're wasting all the time, fucking all the time, fucking with the wrong guys. I don't even know why you're always on my mind. Something about your face makes me feel alive. Shawty got it back, now she wasting all the time, fucking all the time, fucking with the wrong guys.
No, this feels good, man. I don't think there's anything that really stands out to me that needs to change about it. It moves really quickly. I think if it felt more drawn out and like more repetitive, I'd probably say that, but because there's a lot of sections in the song.
Don't respond to texts, there's someone I pick up the phone. If you don't respond to texts, there's someone I need to address. If you be there for sure,
Nah, it's solid. It's a real solid song. At Asian X Blonde on Instagram, I think this is ready. It's ready to go. It's ready to go out into the world. Stamp of approval, like the USDA stamp. Kayvan's house stamp of approval. Who's gonna get this free bump? Chris Koss will play yours up next after this. Looks like it's gonna be Malik Watts. Malik Watts, a name we've seen a couple times recently, or a name that I've been seeing a lot recently, and I think it's because you've been submitting a lot of music for things. This one's called Today, featuring Wade Brown. I'm not sure if, I think I maybe playlisted one of the songs that you sent in recently. Yeah, Let's Do It got playlisted. Let's check this one out. Let us know what you think in the chat. We'll get our next priority sub from Taps Galantino up after this. Astronaut says, I kind of wanted another element for only for variation, another instrument. I don't think that's a terrible shout. I'm always for more variation because I just think it just keeps the listen interesting for everyone. I will say immediately on this one, the thing that catches my ear is the master is a bit quiet. And then the mix, just the elements like feel a little unbalanced. There's a lot of distortion coming out of that sub and kick. And maybe more than feels stylistic, so that's something I'd just be careful of and listen out for. I like the vocal delivery, and I think that's the thing that caught me about Let's Do It too, is that there is something about the vocal tone and the vocal delivery that's really nice, but the mixes are still probably the biggest thing that I hear. From the things that I haven't playlisted, that's where I feel like it needs the most work. For example, I've turned my faders up pretty loud on my like OBS mixer, so that this can be this volume. If I turn it to where I'm usually at, this is the volume for where I usually sit on my fader. So I've got it up like another 10 dBs essentially, just to make it feel a little bit more loud for everybody. I like the vibe. Like I said, the vibe of the song is really cool. The direction is really cool. The biggest thing here is the mixing, and I feel like if you get the mixing right, it's gonna feel much better. So I would just keep an ear out for that. Malik_Watts on Instagram. The songs are good though. Let us know what you think in the chat, because obviously, like, the reason I ask is because if your opinion differs from mine, I want these artists to know that too. Like, it's not just what I say goes in here. So if you are in the chat, let us know what you think. There are maybe moments in the delivery where I feel like you could be a little bit more on time too, but I think that comes with just making a lot of music, recording a lot of music. Comp, if you got a comp, I feel like a lot of artists feel like they shouldn't do that, or it's cheating or whatever. It's not. Everyone's doing it. Just comp. It'll clean up some of that stuff too. Cherry Sings, what's going on? Welcome in for the first time. It's nice to have you. I hope you're having a good time. Facial says, yeah, pull up a piano spectrometer and look for clashing between vocals and the distorted mid and the bass. That's a great thing, because I would not have ever said that, but that might be a good thing for you to check. There's like a real tasteful amount of reverb and delay on the vocal too, which is something that I can be a bit of a stickler about, but it doesn't feel like there's too much. Like it's a good level of having that effect on there without it being overpowering or it feeling like it's its own element. Basstronaut said then EQ up the vocal at the hertz and EQ down the bass at the same hertz. Damn, that's really good advice. I've never tried that before. I get to learn things from you guys too. This is why I always like when you give feedback in the chat. All right, that was Malik Watts. Malik_Watts on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with it. That song was called Today. You can also find Let's Do It in one of the playlists that I work on. I can't remember which one it was. All right, we've got Taps Galantino up next, and then this seems to be it for the priority queue. If you are in the chat and you want to guarantee a song gets played or you want to get bumped up and be next, best thing you can do is subscribe and gift a sub. But if you don't want to do that, we'll just go back to the spinning wheel and bump shit up at random and see what we get. All right? This is Concept, Taps Galantino, produced by Chris Cross, an amazing producer out of the Netherlands. Taps is out of LA, I believe. Oh, sick. Taps Galantino on Instagram. I really like this. Mix could still be worked on a little bit, I think. Sub is quite loud. Chris Cruz. on Instagram. And if you are in the chat, you want to submit your music, here's a link. You can submit your music for free at any point. You can submit as much as you want. But if you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions. All right, I do think sub down, vocal up. Snare is also maybe a little bit harsh on the ear. I like the idea a lot, though. I don't know if this halftime is not going to have a vocal on it. I maybe wouldn't make it a minute plus long. Only because I feel like that's maybe a little overdone at this point. So having a really, really long halftime section towards the end of the song, like, I feel like you can make it short and still get the same effect. It is nice, though. What's going on, Caleb? How you doing, bro? We're live on Twitch right now. Come hang out. Twitch.tv/KayvanMD. Giving feedback to people's music. Saving songs, playlisting, and following artists. Now, overall, I like what you guys are doing. He's got a really cool vocal tone, which is like one of the things I think that caught my ear is just the way that he delivers his music is pretty cool. Crisscross on the production side of things, CROOSSS on Instagram. Definitely looking forward to hearing more from you guys and that collaborative project as well. Look, everything that I do like about it, I like about it. I think the things that I would improve or could improve are pretty small in the grand scheme of things. The music itself is good. The production itself is good. A lot of the musical choices are good. It's really just the mix and the master, which I think could probably improve. But you guys are early on in the process of working together and in the process of finishing that song, so I'm not already that pressed about it. All right, who are we gonna get? We're gonna do a random one right now. Young Brinks, LaSalle. It was very close to you. But unfortunately, Young Brinks is going to be next. Again, if anybody in the chat does want to get bumped up into the priority queue, subscribing or gifting a sub is the best way to do it. That is a guarantee you'll get played, and you'll get played next. So, let us know what you think. This is Young Brinks with Toxica. Let us know what you like, what you think could improve. All of that is very important to us.
Tóxica, cómo se mueve lento y maleante. Vente mami, dame este baile. Y la shorita tan picante. Mami, tóxica, tóxica, cómo se mueve lento y maleante. Vente mami, dame este baile. Y la shorita tan picante.
I mean, the video edit is maybe a little choppy. That's probably where I have the most feedback, in all honesty.
Got me in a different group.
I appreciate that this was shot on location and probably not with a high budget. What I'm not crazy about is the edit on the video. It's maybe a little bit too much effect to the point where it's like a little hard to watch. The song itself is not bad though. Let us know what you think in the chat. I do like that you're doing the bilingual thing. It's just too many effects happening on the video at once. I see a little bit of the same stabilizer thing that's happening there with the footage when they're stabilizing in post. It's definitely too many edits on the video. Not too much feedback on the song itself. I mean, obviously I don't speak Spanish fluently, so giving feedback on the lyrics is a little bit tough. But I will say probably my biggest feedback on that one is that there's too many edits on the video, and it is really hard visually to pay attention to it when there is that much happening in it. So I generally lean towards less effects and just better shots, especially if you're doing like a really, really low budget video, right? And you're not paying for like a huge amount of editing. And honestly, like some of those effects, like I see them in CapCut because I do a lot of free editing in CapCut myself for my own content. So I would say like for stuff like that, like if it's going to be really edit heavy, you want to spend the money to make sure that the edit is done really well. But if you are going to be shooting with like more low budget footage, just make sure that the shots are better. Do less edits, and if you just got to do cuts to like different scenes, like that's probably all you need with a good color grade on it. But when there's too many effects, it can be a little distracting for the viewer, and I think like it maybe doesn't even like add to the video, make it feel better as much as it like, especially like in the time that we're at right now, right? Whereas like a lot of people are using CapCut, and a lot of people are using free video editors to get started, but there is a you see a lot of the same effects being used, right? So it's like if you are doing that and if you're in that space, at a certain point you're gonna be like, oh damn, like I've seen this effect a bunch of times, and I see it all the time, and I see it used in different ways, and I'm starting to see that a lot myself, even when I'm watching videos now. If you want to submit, there's a link in my bio. It's free. Use the Google form. You'll see it. You can also find it in my story as well. But yeah, I would just tone down the edits a little bit and focus on getting the best footage, the best color grade, and then make sure it's a smooth edit, bro. Like honestly, for like where we're at right now, like most people like don't even really need to make a music video as much as they need to make a visualizer, and you can make a visualizer doing anything at all, but it doesn't need to be so edit heavy. Like I think you'll actually get more out of it by it being less edit heavy and a little bit just more like, all right, this is a good shot, this tells the story, or this gets the concept of the song across through content, as opposed to like, oh, I got to do this like huge heavily edited music video. You know what I'm saying? Pollo Poppy, what's going on, bro? Huntsville, Alabama, welcome in for the first time. It's nice to see you. We got Damian Burbank up next. Damian, you will have just seen as one of our cover artists for the most updated community playlist. So I've been fucking with the music, also known as Lo-Fi Boy as well. This is not the final master, and you also may take out the lead synth, but still let us know what you think. This one's called Crew, featuring Jay Zen. Very 2000s hip-hop, Neptune's coded already off rip. And I do like this type of music in general. So let us know what you think. And as always, if you want to submit music, all you have to do is hit !submit. There's a free Google form for you to fill out. If you want to skip the queue and get bumped into our priority queue, which is empty right now, all you have to do is subscribe or gift a sub. And then I'll guarantee we'll play a song on stream today. Hey. Thanks for the follow, Caleb. About to crack that 5,000 follower mark on Twitch too. Let's go. Let's make sure we got everybody in the spinning wheel next. Look, I will say if he submits this for any playlist that I work on, it'll get playlisted. It's fun and upbeat. I like this a lot. Maybe a little bit cleaner on the delivery at times rhythmically. Yeah, that's the thing that Check the Rhyme just said. The flow gets a little choppy in some parts. I would just go back and retract those or comp those with a different take if there's a cleaner take. I don't know if this part's my favorite part. I feel like this could probably use a little bit more work, especially in just making sure that it's tracked properly and maybe delivered a little bit cleaner than it is. If you have other takes of this, I would comp this one. Sliding between singing and rapping might seem effortless, but it is hella difficult. It is not easy. This verse to me could be a little stronger, I will say. And sorry if this is your verse, Jay Zen. But to me, this is probably the part that would have lost me in the song so far. It's the delivery, like the tone of the delivery just isn't hitting for me. I don't know what it is exactly about it, but there's something about it that's catching me. General Yoko, thanks for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. If you want to submit music, !submit. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing or gifting a sub will get you bumped into our priority queue. Marked in orange, it's $7.99. If you don't have Amazon Prime, it's free if you do have Amazon Prime. So feel free to do that if you want. But if not, we'll keep bumping people up at random for free. Because that's what we're doing right now. Because why the fuck not? That was Crew, featuring Jay Zen by Damian Burbank. Again, Damian is one of our top 5 priority or top 5 community playlist songs this month. So make sure you go check out the community playlist if you haven't. Who's gonna be next? I enjoy this free random wheel spinning. Looking like it's O2 Nate. Let's see what's up with O2 Nate. Upcoming artist from Arlington, Texas. Very versatile. will be the judge of that one. This one's Slade, produced by 22 Archive. I have to be honest. I don't like it when artists try and tell me that they are very versatile, because I don't necessarily always agree. My idea of versatile may be completely different than an artist's idea of versatile. I feel like for the most part it tends to be. I'm the type of person, I don't like people to try and sell me on anything. Thank you, Yoko, I appreciate that. Alright, so the first thing I would say, it's a little messy with the layers. I do define versatile, somebody who can make multiple types of genres and different styles of music and can sound good on anything at all. Like, to me, that's what versatile is. But if you just make one genre of music and one style within that genre, that's not versatility. That's quite honestly the opposite of versatility. That is the opposite of versatility. Like, if you're truly versatile, you're able to make anything at all. And you could go into any space and do your thing on it and sound great. You could be a Kendrick and do a Bad Blood, and then do a GNX like type shit, and then do some like soul sample, Untitled Unmastered jazz shit. To be, like, that's versatility within a genre and even outside of it, because you can hop into the pop stuff. It has like R&B songs. I don't know. That to me is what versatile. Like, Drake is a super versatile artist because he can make a bunch of different styles. You know what I'm saying? And I would have to hear more from O2 Nate before I was like, oh, he's versatile, he's not versatile. But I will say on this one, the thing that catches my ear the most, it's a little bit messy with the layers. And I'm very pro there being a lot of vocal layers in songs, because I do think it makes it more engaging to listen to and more like, there's more movement, it's more dynamic. But I think in this case, the layers were a little messy, and that's the thing that I would maybe work on. Highly influenced by others, not versatile. That's fine. I mean, Drake is versatile. He's also highly influenced by others, and I think he kind of bites other people's styles when he does it. But at the same time, he's versatile enough where you can put him on songs, and he can still sound like, you know what I mean? Like, he still brings something to it. He still sounds like himself, but also doesn't sound exactly the same all the time. Like, Stormzy, I think, is a pretty versatile rapper artist also. Like, there are people that kind of fit in that space. There are also people who are the complete, like, Gunna's not a particularly versatile artist. I know what I'm going to get from Gunna. It's going to sound pretty much the same every time. Same thing with Lil Baby. Not a particularly versatile artist. When I listen to it, I know what the fuck I'm going to get. You can put Lil Baby on any type of beat. I know what he's going to sound like. That's not versatility. So that's how I would define it, at least to me. A versatile artist is somebody who can take on different styles and work in different styles and still bring something to it that is different. You know what I mean? Or sounds different. Are you saying it's likable and likely to be heard at Target? Yes. Blue by Caleb Mitchell up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Bro, I also listened to this already. Or I've listened to you already, because you submitted for something recently. And though, while I will say, I am not necessarily the biggest folk country-leaning fan.
Clouds are gone.
Smino making a gospel rock album would be versatility. Yeah, facts.
Skies are blue.
If the Target check clears, look, if it does, it does. But I will say this stood out to me. There's something really nice about your voice that stood out. And thank you for finding your way in here and sending music also.
Every song.
Full-time firefighter. Also, thank you for doing that, because that's a fucking hard job, bro. Out of Washington, D.C.
Every strum was a moment.
You have a nice deep voice, bro. It's a really nice tone for this type of music. Caleb Mitchell. I do think that the mix could be a little bit more robust. The master could be a little bit louder on this one than it is.
But the sky's still blue.
But as you can see, I already saved this one. I think you might have did you put it in my comments? You might have put it in my comments.
Yeah, the sky's still blue.
But I did save it, and I think the songs I found in the comments playlist, if that's where you put it.
Clouds are gone.
And I think it was mostly the vocal specifically that I wish was up a little bit, because the instrumentation is really nice and full. But there are times where the instrumentation drowns out the vocal just a touch. But I mean, look, 758,000 people love this, so take everything that I say with a pinch of salt, because you're obviously doing a really great job of both promoting this music and putting it out and making it right. You know what I mean? Like, the audience is also going to have a really, really good... If they don't like it, they're not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Damien. Bro, I didn't know that Kevin Bacon did music like that. That's cool as fuck. I'm a big Kevin Bacon fan. Let us know what you think in the chat. I do think this is really just beautifully written, and overall liked it as soon as I heard it. If I had any feedback, if I was going to be picky, it would just be that I wish that the mix on the vocal was maybe a little bit louder. And look, this man is working hard on the content side, so you got to give him props for that as well. These are the things, like, if you want to be a successful artist, man, like, you got to do this type shit. And it looks like he's doing a great job of telling his story of who he is as an artist and a person. Are you in? No, you're not in Nashville. You're in DC, right? Look, you're getting around. You are making content. You are doing all that. Oh, you know Nick D, too. Look at that. Look at that, man. I don't listen to this type of music, but I love hearing singers who sing. Yeah, me too. I think if you're a singer, you gotta sing, right? So, is Still Blue related to Blue at all? Was there like a through line in doing both of those songs? Yeah, look, we try to have a real like respectful place to. LaSalle said you ever performed at Fitzgerald's in Chicago. Oh, you re-released with Connor Price. Beautiful, bro. Shout out to Connor as well. Connor is good people, man. Same thing with Nick, man. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Connor. Like, I really fuck with people who just like do a lot for independent and emerging talent like that. Can't wait for y'all to hear me sing if y'all like vocals. We do like vocalists in here. That was Caleb Mitchell. Make sure you go follow. Again, like I said, at Caleb Mitchell on Instagram. And yeah, bro, like keep your eyes open for Thursday. I didn't update the songs we found in the comments content last week because it was on Thanksgiving, so I just figured I'd push it to this week. So just keep your eyes open for it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to include you in that roundup this week as well because I love getting stuff from other genres. When we get other stuff from genres that are kind of like out of my pocket, it's always like I always listen out for it, always catches me. So thanks again for submitting your music, and definitely keep me updated as you are releasing music too. All right, another free random one. Why Try up next. I heard somebody say they liked Why Try earlier. This one is not finished yet, so you guys are getting a bit of an exclusive. This is unreleased from Why Try, so let us know what you think. It's called Been Muddy. I've enjoyed the energy on these Why Try songs recently. Hey man, thank you. I really do appreciate that too. LaSalle, make sure you tap in with Caleb if you can. I love that. Look at this.
Okay, my mama said go get it any way I fucking can.
This might be my favorite Why Try song that I've heard so far, if I'm being honest. The energy's been really high on every song I've listened to, but I think I like this one the most. In about 12 minutes, we're going to start bumping you guys up from the chat, so stick around. If you haven't gotten played yet, we'll get into stuff that is from the people who are here hanging out too. But right now, I'm enjoying this random bumping. I like to do that before we get to our free section. Maybe we'll start it a little early today. It's good delivery on this. Akimi said, need this playing in the club. I haven't been out in months. I never go out, Akimi. What have you been doing? Why you been inside? IDK said, like, priming me to think that the mix is going to be buddy. It's not a muddy mix. It's very crisply done. This is a good mix on this one. Wow, Fortune said COVID, am I right? I hope not. We could go back outside and shit. You just gotta be careful. Get your booster shots. Wear a mask if you're not feeling safe. Know what I'm saying? I've been going to shows again and stuff. Nah, but I get it though. I mean, this is a pretty solid like rap song. You guys been going outside? Yeah, bro. I have to for my job. Like, I've had to go to a lot of shit. I'm a regular booster. I need shows to be more affordable. Don't we all? I am in a bit of a lucky position because I do get to go to a lot of shows for free. It's 2008. Says, well, that's a long time. I don't even think it was out yet. You got the early release. You got the exclusive. I'm dead, bro. Yeah, I like this one overall. Hook is pretty solid. Hard to get booked for shows. It is hard to get booked for shows. That is a difficult thing, I think, for all artists. Indie shows are still affordable. Yes. The arena shows are robbery. Yes, I agree with that. Festivals are extra robbery. Festivals are probably like the biggest fucking... I don't like... I've kind of aged out of festivals, I think, but I don't like how much they cost. Like, it's just absurd that you would go be uncomfortable for like 3 days to go to a music festival. That makes me sound like a crazy person, but I just don't want it. Like, yeah, festivals are cool. Once you've gone to a festival one time VIP, you'll never want to go GA ever again. I've been fully spoiled by one VIP festival experience, and now I just can't. I don't want to go unless I can go on VIP. I don't want to pay for that shit. That's crazy. I enjoy the backyard rave type shit. I do fuck with that. Do you remember pre-COVID $10, $12 pre-sale? Yo, you guys are silly. You guys are silly, man. Which festival did I go to VIP? I went to one that does not exist anymore. But bro, was it the most beautiful thing ever. So it was called Pemberton Festival. It was in Vancouver, in the mountains, and this is what it looked like. Isn't that crazy? Just literally like in the middle of this fucking valley. And so I went, I think the last year that I went would have been, it might have been 2017, actually. It might have been this year. No, it was 2016. Yeah, it was 2016 because Cole performed, and I was like literally front row, and it was like the coolest shit ever. I was like front row for J. Cole, front row for the Killers, and just had an absolute blast with my wife. And it was just unreal. Yeah, Snoop performed, Wiz performed, it was just extremely, extremely good. So that was like that was like the only VIP festival I went to. Ooh, I didn't mean to save that. But yeah, it just looked like this, and you were just surrounded by the mountains. It was like super magical. I live in KC, so we did Dance Festopia VIP. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I now that I've done that, though, it's like I went to Dreamville Fest. I didn't really enjoy myself that much. I've been to Bonnaroo before. I did that GA. Bonnaroo was pretty sick. I would highly suggest that everybody goes to Bonnaroo at least once. What else? I've been to like A3C in Atlanta and like some of those ones. You know what I mean? A couple of like the Brooklyn ones. Never been to Gov Ball, although I do want to go at some point. All right, who's it going to be? Damn, LaSalle Grandeur, you are just not getting luck today. O2 Nate. I'm going to do another one because we already got O2 Nate in these free ones. Maybe you'll get it this time, LaSalle. Oh, man, you do not have the best luck. Hugo Soler is getting bumped up. I feel bad. Don't worry, though. We're going to get into some free bumps shortly. This one's called Movie Industry by Hugo Soler. I already have this saved. Oh, because it's French, and I love some French music. I do love some French music. Big fan of French music over here. Who submitted this? Because I heard this somewhere else as well and just immediately saved it. Hugo is born on Instagram. I'm actually 670 days in on Duolingo on French so that I can understand French music. So just know that's how much I love French music. Baby Hex, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Welcome to my crib. If you guys want to join the community, here's the Discord. Make sure you go join. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing and gifting a sub will do that. And if you want to submit music, make sure you use this link in the chat right now, because that's how we submit music. Tu peux parler en français? Yeah. Un peu de français. I love the phrase. Oui. I'm dead, bro. Or I guess it would be parler un peu de français, not peu parler. I'm still learning. It's hard talking to people. I feel like reading it and understanding it I've gotten, but the talking to people part, I never really want to practice with. Blackboy Max, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Anyway, heard this shit, loved it, saved it before. Glad that we brought it back here on stream as well. If you rock with this, make sure you go follow Hugo is Born on Instagram. I do fuck with this. All right, we'll probably do like maybe one, maybe two more random bumps, and then we will get skill issue. Yeah, it is a skill issue. I'm getting there. It's really cool, right? I like this a lot. Very good. Who's gonna be next? Like I said, we'll do like two more of the random spinning wheel, and then we'll start bumping you guys up from the chat. So stick around. Edwin producer equals lonely. Yeah, that's true. I felt that. Lou Rain up next. Lou Rain is a cool name. All right, what do we got? What's it gonna be? This has been fun. Am I joking? Was it close? Was it close to you? This is Jiggy by Lou Rain. Let us know what you think in the chat. Was it close to you, what, Fortune? Oh my god, it's so close, it's on the line. Oh, I'm sorry, it was literally a millimeter away. It was so close. A hair away. Damn, that's poor. That's poor luck. Look, I can't fix the wheel. That's why I like doing the wheel, because it's not on me. This has got a very quiet master on it immediately, and the intro being 30 seconds is maybe a bit long for my taste. Definitely need a little bit of tuning on the vocal on this one. The wheel is honest. I agree. Look, I agree. I like the random nature of the wheel. No bias in the wheel. What goes on? A lot of things go on. We're doing music feedback right now. We got about 30 minutes, but we're about to start bumping people up from the chat for free. So if you want to submit your music, just make sure you use this link in the chat. If you want to guarantee you get played, this is probably last call for subscribers. Subscriber gift to sub, and that'll get you bumped up. So for me, a lot of things that could be improved on that one. Really? The wheel plenty bias. I'm dead. It's not bias at all, bro. It's not, I swear. Beginner beat maker. Yeah, you can submit your music right here. Just make sure you use this link. We're about to start bumping people up from the chat for free, so stick around, and we'll get into some free bumps from the chat. Probably after this song. If you were rocking with that last one, I do think that the big thing for me on that one was really the mix, vocal mix, and especially like tuning and stuff like that, just to make it feel a little bit smoother and a little bit more professional. Those are the things that I would work on. David O'Lory, you were so close. Look, no, there's no bias. This is me 3 times. So for the free section, we will go in a little bit more of a rapid fire mode. We'll try and get as many songs as possible. So just make sure you stick around. And if you want to be bumped up for free in the free section, you have to submit your music in the Google form. So hurry up and do that. I don't want to hear any, oh, you didn't play my song today. I can't get to everybody. We'll try and get to everybody. We'll try and get as many as possible. Ambish, welcome in.
To my left, blue, shorty to my right, yeah.
Okay, before we start, yo, shout out to Ambish really quickly. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you had a great stream today. Let us know how it was in the chat. So what we're doing right now, just for everybody who just joined us, I'm going to give a quick breakdown, tell you who I am, what I do in here, what the point of this stream is. We do try and keep things very respectful in here. So if you are in the chat while we're listening to music, please be respectful of the people who have submitted that music and the music we're listening to. That's the only rule. If I catch you being disrespectful, you get a couple warnings, and then I will banish you into the wilderness, never to be seen again. So just keep that in your mind. But for everybody who's joining us, my name is Kayvan. I'm the director of A&R at Genius Distro. I've been a Genius. Yes, the YouTube channel Genius. Yes, we have a distribution company, and that is what I've been doing for the last 3 years. But for the last 8 years, I've been working at Genius, doing things on the YouTube side of things, like content, booking artists for content, doing interviews with artists, branded content, live events, live streams, all kinds of things. And that's what I did at Genius for the longest time. I've done probably got like 800 million views to content pieces that I've either done the interviews for or booked for. So that is what I do. That is what we do in here. We listen to music. We give feedback to independent and emerging artists. I also have 2 accounts that you can see above me. Kayvan, that's my personal, and Kayvan's House, which is our way of supporting independent and emerging artists from our community with playlists, content, and all kinds of other things. So if you do want to submit your music, we are about to get into our free section of the stream where we just bump people up for free from the chat, which is one of my favorite parts. It's a little bit more rapid fire than we usually do, but if you want to submit your music for it, use the link that I just dropped in the chat for you. You can submit your music. It'll go to this Google form. That's where I'll be pulling songs from. After we listen to this song from David O'Lory and give feedback, we're going to get into free bumps from the chat. So if you are here, Now is the time, I guess, seeing as I've already said this to everybody here too. Put your artist name in the chat. I'll make a secondary queue. Just make sure you've submitted in the Google form as well. Otherwise, I can't get you. Please make sure you say something if you're here. I need your artist name in the chat. If your username is different than your artist name and you just say me, how the fuck am I gonna know who you are? Put your artist name in the chat. We'll bump you up. We're gonna get secondary queue going. Give me a second to catch up. Make sure you've submitted in there while we listen to this one, and then we'll get into it, okay? But hi, welcome in everybody who's new. It's great to see you. I'm also an artist. I've been, you know, not anymore, but I've been one. I produce music. I'm a classical violinist, a managed artist. All kinds of shit. So send me your music, all right? And give me a second to catch up with the chat. I mean, my biggest feedback on this one immediately is probably on the actual vocal mix and recording. I do think the delivery needs a little bit of work. That's probably one of the first things that I would point out as I was listening to it. And probably what would stop me from playlisting it, in all honesty, is just the delivery's not really catching my ear like that. So that's something that I would consider working on just a little bit more. Not the beat to me is not necessarily catching my ear. It's like there's a little bit of dissonance, I think, in the synths with the vocal, and that's something that is always going to catch my ear. I tell people this all the time. If there's like dissonance in the melodic parts, it's always going to like bug my ear, and that's generally why I'm not going to playlist stuff that has that. So just know that that is something that I'm pretty much always listening out for when I'm listening to things. So those are probably my biggest bits of feedback, is just kind of like keep working on those aspects. I mean, if you're a vocalist, that is going to be a big part of it, right? Not Beyonce, Eddie K. Please don't send me Beyonce, because it's going to fuck me up. I'll get a takedown. All right, if there's anybody else in here who I haven't gotten in the queue, put your artist name in the chat. We'll try and get to you. That was David Alori. Definitely some work still to be done there. Keep going, keep working at it. But for me, it's like, you know, the vocal is probably one of the biggest parts and the thing that stands out to me the most. David Alori on Instagram, still pretty early on, so that's the reason, you know, like we try and give this feedback. So it's like, as you continue to grow and develop, these are the things you can work on. And this is why we do this, is to kind of work on artist development. But for everybody in here, I have signed like 6 or 7 artists from the Stream to Genius distro so far. Just know that I am keeping an ear out and keeping an eye out for people like that. And I'm also in that stage of the year where I'm starting to plan for next year as well. So this is a good time to send me your music. This is Loser by Hex Tape. Let us know what you think in the chat, all right? Lorenzo, we'll get you bumped up. If there's anybody else in the chat who wants to get bumped up into our queue, let me know what your artist name is, and we will try and get to you, all right?
Like katana, cut the tension.
Of course, that's what we're here for. Okay, I kind of like this already. It's a really, really unique delivery style, and I like that about it. Baby Hex on Instagram.
You do the shit that you hate, I keep a record. A+ for effort and being the biggest hater. O for loser, take a picture, no, don't see me later. A+ for effort.
I mean, the only thing that's really catching my ear, because I do like the delivery style. The only thing that's really catching my ear is that the sub is a little loud. D-Bells, I did get you in there. So at times the sub can be a little overpowering over the vocal, especially because it's such a delicately delivered vocal. I agree, I like the tone, I like that it's a little softer, almost whispered. At the same time, I think it's just getting that balance between the vocal being the star of the show in the mix, and then that sub getting a little overpowering at time. That being said though, very cool. I play this to one of my parties, says Sean John Combs. Oh God. Oh God. I hope that's not. Uh-oh. 10-year anniversary of music in 2025. That's amazing. So keep working at it. It's good though. I like the direction. I like the direction a lot. It's just a small thing. Am I ready for a classic R&B sound? Yeah, you can make me sing to you guys if you ever want me to. Owe it to you. Wow, Fortune says baby oil. Stop it. Nah. Sean just said wood is bond. God damn it. The internet is filled with trolls. I got a little kick out of it. This is Cherry, owe it to you. I love a little classic R&B. We got Cedric Brazil in the chat who also loves it, so let's see what happens. Let us know what you think in the chat, as always. Oh. You from Jacksonville? Cherry sings on Instagram. Okay, so I do have to say, I really like the breathy tone that you use in your background vocals. And I would just maybe try to capture that tone more in the lead vocal as well. I really like this. I do think that the mix could improve ever so slightly. I am going to follow and I am going to keep up. Make sure you let me know when this drops. We have a release calendar where you can keep me up to date with all your releases. It's in the chat. I love the melodies and the vocal arrangement. Second verse is belty. I can't wait. Oh, I did say we were going to be a little bit more rapid fire in this mode. Sorry. I forgot to say that. We usually do about 60 to 90 seconds in the free bump section of the stream. But we're going to listen anyway. Need a little bit of tweaking on some of the tuning at times. It could just be smoothed out a little bit on certain notes. Falsetto sounds great. It's really nice though. The melodies are really great on this. It does feel like some real classic like 90s R&B. It's certain words here and there that could be improved on a little bit, but I think it's just making more music and continuing to record yourself. I always try and tell like vocalists specifically, there is a difference between performing live and recording your vocal, and I think sometimes it's just figuring out the difference between those things, especially when you're in the studio, something I struggle with as well. But I mean, honestly, it's a really, really, really great groundwork to be building off of, and I can't wait to hear more music from you. Speaking of R&B though, this is Akimi with AYODG. Let us know what you think in the chat. You're gonna get some neo soul kind of stuff here. I actually wanted to be a songwriter instead of an artist, so I'm incredibly... Oh, well, the songwriting's amazing. You should connect with Cedric Brazil, who's in the chat right now, because especially if you're trying to do more songwriting, I feel like you guys could collaborate on some shit. Love the vocal arrangement as always on this. Second single of my EP out December. This is Akimi Gyamfi. I fucked it up. You told me how to say this before. Gyamfi? Go follow. Also out of DC. And then this was the artist I was talking about, Cherry. This artist, Cedric Brazil, who's here in the chat too. Baby Hex says I love this. It's really, really good. Gyamfi. Fuck. This may be one of my favorite ones you've sent in so far, honestly. Oh shit! I didn't mean to close that. Sorry. As you can see, you know, sometimes it's just me doing these things. I make mistakes. Yeah, it's really cool. It feels like the most cohesive. I feel like you've tried a bunch of different sounds, you've tried a bunch of different styles. To me, I think this is maybe my favorite space that I hear you in. And maybe it's because you have that European background too, but I feel like the European like R&B, the UK R&B style, and the almost like UK neo soul is maybe where your voice fits the best too. It's just my 2 cents. Akimi Gyamfi on Instagram, Gyamfi. Make sure you go follow. The mix is super clean. I agree. Who did that one? Alicia Isles up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. This is Call Me Up if you ever want to talk about us. I like the song title. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Eli Bashkal. He's a really good mix and mastering engineer too. He just did a bunch of India Tier 8 stuff, and it all sounds really, really good. His manager actually hit me up too. But he kills, like on the mixing mastering side of things, he kills. I like this a lot. This is super cool. Alicia Isles on Instagram. Am I saying that right? I love this content style too, bro. Really cool. It feels really good, right? Like it's got a good vibe to it. Where are you from? A lot of trees. Elisha. Oh, Elisha. Like that, Elisha Isles. Almost like Elijah. Feels like summer. It feels great. I love this. Oh, you're from North Carolina? What part of North Carolina? I was like, those trees look hella familiar because I was just in North Carolina last week. This is very cool. It reminds me of a lot of like music from the 80s that I really enjoy. Like it's almost got like a Hall & Oates kind of vibe to it. ODK up next, not my responsibility. Let us know what you think in the chat. Cool production, very Smino-esque. Oh, you're from the Raleigh-Durham area. That's literally where I was at. My parents live in Cary. I don't love it though, but you know, we come back for the holidays every now and then. I gotta stop slandering North Carolina like that. It's not that bad. I just went to high school there and I didn't have the best time, you know? That's all. Oh, you're right. Wait, where? Are you in Apex? That's actually where my parents live, is in Apex. And I know rent was due last week, but you hit me up on my phone, ask me where I wanna go. So I do really like this. Oh, Marsville is where I moved to. When I moved to America, Marsville was where we moved. I used to live like right across from Park Place. You know that movie theater? There's an apartment complex like right across the street from that by the CVS. That was where I moved when I moved to this country. Ironically, it's also where Ari Lennox lived for a while. What up, that dude, Crizzle? Small world, bro. Small world. You know what? I really like this a lot. I think that the mix could be a little bit stronger in moments. But overall, I really like what this is, and I like the way it feels. And like, I have so much music like this saved in my library, if I'm being completely honest. Like, just a ton of this type of music saved in it. So, I do like this a lot. Alright. Fortune, Dumpster Fire up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm originally from Northern California, so I don't take North Carolina. Okay, good. We'll go for as long as we can. If you guys are in the chat right now, we're doing free bumps from the chat. So if you want to submit your music, all you have to do is use this link in the chat, submit your music, and then let me know your artist name in the chat, alright? The mix on this is very good. It's super, super robust and full. And great balance on everything. I So Fortune on Instagram. Where are you from? Visuals are crazy, bro. This is pretty cool. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4 more songs. But we still got another like 16 minutes. So if anybody else has songs they want to send in, feel free to send in more music if you want. I'm not mad at bumping people multiple times. So if you are in the chat, you want to get bumped up, just make sure you submit and let me know your artist name in the chat. Really cool, right? Love the strings in this. The production is very good. Bass Shernar, I got you. From Southeast Georgia, but now in Columbus, Ohio. Pretty cool. I mean, this is not what I expect to hear from Ohio, if I'm being honest. I generally feel like I get more like emo music, alt music from Ohio. Raphael, got you. Yeah, production's clean as fuck. Did you produce this yourself? I love the arrangement. Everything is me, even the cover. Yeah, great job. Seriously. I mean, all of it's like super cohesive and it feels really good. I'm here, I got hit with an ad. I can see you click my thing. 7 Fallen, what's your artist name? Let me know in the chat. And if you do have songs you want me to listen to, just feel free to drop them in the forum. If you're with us on Instagram, you can just hit the link in my bio, but I'm listening to music right now for free, so. Last two definitely been a vibe, different from my day-to-day listening, but y'all fine. Look, this is why we do it. That's why we have all genres in here. D-Bells, we have not played your song yet, but you are in the... Oh, my... Fuck, did I not put you in the queue? I thought I did. Bro, I could have sworn I got you in there, but I guess I didn't. My bad. I'm gonna bump you up a little bit more. Also, Elisha also produced everything you made, which is really fire. We're doing free bumps right now. You don't even need the Prime sub. Just let me know your artist name. And let me know when you've submitted in the Google form. This is very, very cool. Yeah, we're doing bumps from the chat right now for the rest of the stream because we got through our priority sub queue. So if you are in the chat, let me know. That was actually an artist called Fortune. ISO Fortune on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Produces everything out of Columbus, Ohio, but not from there originally. So let's get a couple more of these names in the queue. Chase Murphy, we'll get you bumped up too. If there's anybody else in the chat who's submitted their music who's trying to get bumped up for free, let me know. We've got Pamane up next. Oh, sorry, Benson Price Jones. My bad. Let's get you bumped up as well. Cosmic Duo, I got you guys as well. Yeah, Fortune, bro. Please send me more music. Please keep me up to date. I'm happy to support things where I can. And I definitely want to hear more. So send more. Pamane, wait on me. Let us know what you think in the chat. Or Pamayan. ISO Fortune on Instagram. Like in search of. Yeah, bro, that was super fire. I really like that a lot. Definitely, like, let me know when it comes out. I'm gonna put it in my playlist. Oh! Whoa! Yeah, this shit came in tough. Damn. PAMANEEEE on Instagram. It's a nice landing page, too. God damn. Of course, man. Look, this is one of my favorite things I get to do every week. And I just love finding artists early. I like being early on shit. I had to keep my ears to the streets. Sorry, I couldn't even say it. I couldn't even say it without laughing. What kind of that, bro? Oh, you're yeah, bro. I fuck with your music. This is hard. If there's anybody else in here who wants to get bumped up for free, let me know your artist name in the chat. From the DMV, kicks a bit hidden. Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of nice. I'm not even mad at the hidden kick on this. It's very of the genre. Vocal mix is very good. I like the synth mix on this too. So I think the thing with this subgenre of hip-hop specifically is the sub is really the driving rhythmic force of the low end. You don't really get the kick as much in this kind of stuff in general, I think. So that's why I'm not as mad at it, just for the context. Like, this subgenre of hip-hop is very synth and bass heavy. And so I really like this because the vocal cuts through in such a nice way that it keeps your attention. It's really, yeah, exactly. Out of genre, I totally understand, but because I listen to a lot of stuff in this space already, there's a lot of young people making this type of music right now. So I hear a lot of stuff in this space. I really like this a lot, and it does stand out just from a vocal perspective as well. And to me, that's one of the things that it has to stand out within this space, is if the vocal doesn't stand out, if the vocal doesn't sound good, if the mix on the vocal's not good, if the melodies aren't good, it's going to get lost in the sea of other shit that sounds like this. But for me, there's a lot of stuff that stands out here. I have a math rock EP that I started at Berkeley 2 years ago and finished this week. That's crazy, bro. Math rock is hard as fuck, so I'm excited to get into that as well. Polo Poppy up next, out of Huntsville, Alabama.
The magic is starting.
I called him Pollo Poppy earlier, but I think it is Polo Poppy.
Special Disney Plus Black Friday.
Is it Pollo Poppy? I don't know. You gotta let me know, bro. Let me ride. I like the artwork on this. Let us know what you think in the chat. PoloPoppy.gnf. I guess it is Pollo, right? Because it's Pollo Hermano. Yeah, so it's Pollo. I was one of the people I'm saying, make sure I'm saying people's names right. No YouTube Premium? Why would I pay for YouTube Premium when it's free? Nah, you're good, bro. VOD will be up tomorrow on my YouTube channel in the morning. I have Spotify and Apple Music. I don't pay for YouTube Premium as well. I gotta be honest. That's altogether too much. I have to be honest. Is this you singing? I don't know if I was expecting you to be a singer. You start singing the Spanish Duolingo. I know how to say pollo. And hermano. Maybe one of these days I'll get back to Spanish. I'm trying to be a polyglot one day. I want to speak multiple languages. Sing and rap. Alright. Also cook, apparently, too. SoundCloud Go Plus and Next Pro with YouTube Premium. Is it? I make a lot of my playlists. He says he wants to be a polygraph. No, a polyglot. It's a person who speaks multiple languages. Several languages to a high conversational level. Polyglot. I want to be a polyglot. But sure, I would love to be able to tell when people are lying too. I'm not gonna lie. I had a big like Criminal Minds phase, and after watching a lot of Criminal Minds, I was like, yeah, you know what? Polyglot. Hey yo, you guys are ridiculous. That's being made is not gonna prosper me. Probably a matter of the strings and double cross you seen. Pulling at your heart, your mind perceives by how you're taught these things. So I think I prefer the rap verse to the song verse, if I'm being honest. I ain't saying that I got a cape, but no. Only because I don't know that the melodies of like the sung part really caught me the same way as your rap voice and your rap tone caught me immediately. There was something really nice about it. Bitch says I'd smoke weed to this effect. It's super chill. I think I just have to be in the mood to listen to it, and that's maybe the big thing. PolloPapi.gnf on Instagram. Make sure you go get it. Yeah, like I think for me, like the tone on your rap voice catches my attention a little bit more than the sung parts, and that could just be a practice thing. Quite honestly, like the more you sing, the better you'll get at it. The more it'll catch people's ear. I think it's just getting the tone down on that part a little bit more still. But your rap tone is really, really strong, so that's maybe the reason that I would say like when you got to the rap part, caught my ear a little bit more. On first listen, if I wasn't listening on stream and I was just kind of skimming through it, I don't know if I would have made it to that part because it's so far in. So maybe just having a little bit more back and forth throughout the song wouldn't be a bad thing as well if you're going to be doing both of those parts. Biggest thing on this one for me is mixed D-bells. I don't know if I feel like this one, since one is Doja sponsored by Brisk Tea, they just did a partnership this year. We actually did some content on it as well on the Genius side, so I know that's a thing that they just launched this year, but that's how artists make hella bread. So get the bag. This is not my favorite D-Bells song that we've heard so far either. Scuba Squad Bells on Instagram. Only because I think like your voice by nature maybe lends itself to a little bit of a harder beat than that, and like to me that beat was like it just felt a little bit too like whimsical almost, like it was too like fun, maybe a little too happy. I think your voice lends itself to a darker production style and maybe a little bit of a heavier production style, and when I've heard you on those types of beats, that's when it's really caught my attention the most. So I don't know if that one was my favorite, but keep going, keep sending stuff in, because the stuff that I have heard, especially over that like harder production style, has really caught my ear. All right, this is Crying About You Again by La Salle Grandeur. Let us know what you think in the chat. We've got about 6 more minutes left. We're going to try and get through as many of these free bumps as possible. La Salle Grandeur on Instagram. Mobody, if you can just submit in the Google form, which is, I'm putting a link in the chat for you right now. I'll try and pull it up, all right? Just put it in there. I gotta go in my rapid fire mode for real now and do 60 to 90 seconds only. There is moments and elements I do really like of this. I think when you get into this part right now, with the layered vocal, that's probably where it hits me the most. Your voice sounds really good when you've got a couple layers in there as well. There's maybe aspects where it's like a little bit more stripped down, where I feel like the vocal could be just a little bit stronger in the actual like tone and delivery of it. Singing is just a thing you gotta like really practice at and do more and more of, you know what I mean? But I think that's probably the thing that I hear first and foremost. When it gets to the building my submission, skip to the beat drop. Just tell me what section it is, and I'll skip and start from there, so we can do 60 to 90 seconds from there, all right? Ads always do hit at the worst time. If you do the subscription thing, then you don't get ads. That's the other thing. All right, this is a beat from a Lorenzo. I think he's a Russian producer, an early producer, like just getting started out. So let us know what you think in the chat. Mobody will get you pulled up, bro. Awesome, let my God, let me see you, like. I mean, this is pretty solid, especially for a beginner producer. I mean, the big thing for me is going to be the variation throughout the arrangement. I do like that they did a good job of dropping stuff out here, though, and just kind of leaning on the sample and the drums. I like that they took the bass out. It does add a little bit of variation. There's drops in here. There's chops in here. I mean, I think once you get about 2 minutes in, it's going to feel a little repetitive with the sample. So one of the things that I always tell producers in here is just figuring out how you add a little bit more variation to your sample flips as well, especially when you get into like those verse sections. So you can do things like put like a rhythmic filter on it just to give it a little bit of a switch up. You can half time the sample, you can double time the sample, you can reverse the sample. I definitely rap on it too. You know what I mean? If you're getting started, keep going. But those are the things that I would suggest working on, is just figuring out ways, especially if you are flipping a sample, how to make a little bit more variation in the sample flip. Even if it is a secondary sample flip using the same sample for a specific section. I'll do that sometimes too, where I'll take the same original sample that I'm using, flip it in a different way, and then have that be a separate section so that there's more variation within the production. Bass or not, where do you want me to go on this? Because I do like this already, actually. I like the choppiness here. The gating on the instrumental, or the melodic aspects, are nice. I hear some side chaining too. Like cool details in this one already. Nice. Really nice touch with the panned kind of like rim shot there. I mean, your name is Basstronar, so I feel like the bass is a driving force of it. It's maybe a touch loud, and that's like the only thing that I could say. It's pretty cool, though. Lots of really cool, like, little details in the production of this. It does feel like there's maybe something missing. It could just be a vocal, but if you're not going to put a vocal on it, I feel like you maybe need just maybe one element instrumentally to kind of fill up some more of that space in the top. Overall, though, really cool. I mean, like, there's a lot of really cool things in that. A lot of cool details in there. We're going to go straight into this Raphael Santi song. This one's Diexa Ela. Let us know what you think in the chat. Jump to 1 minute for you. Got it. I make music for people on drugs. Hey, that's fair. No, I feel like overall it's good, bro. Yeah, definitely cooked. I see the vision, too. I feel like in that high frequency area, though, there's something missing, whether that is a vocal or it is just another instrumental, even a vocal chop, right? It fills up some of that space, that's all. This comes out in March on Space Yacht. Bio, what's going on? If you want to submit music, you still can. Just hit this link in the chat. This is crazy, dude. Rafael Santi 2Ts on Instagram. The percussive elements really hit. This moves. And also, that's fine. Like, I always tell producers too, if you're sending over production or sending over a beat to a vocalist, you need to make sure that there's space for a vocal to actually sit on top of it. So if that's what the plan is for that, it's perfect. You don't need to do anything else, because there is a space for a vocal to take it over the edge. But if it was just supposed to be an instrumental alone, then I would have some sort of lead melodic element in there that kind of fills up that space. That's all. Benson, thanks for the follow. I do really like this a lot. I'm gonna skip forward just a touch. Cause of this drop, I needed it. I could see this, the fucking sound wave, and I was like, I need this drop. If you're rocking with that last one from Basstronaut too, it's Cars, CARS.ENN on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Okay, this one's crazy, bro. Rafael Santi, 2 T's on Instagram. We got Cosmic Duo. Thank you. I appreciate the note. I'm glad that you like it. This is Chihiro, Cosmic Duo remix. This is my sister-in-law's favorite song right now. Percussion was actually played by me in a studio. That's even sicker that it's like played on a fucking actual drums, bro. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. A unique remix of Billie Eilish's Chihiro. I've listened to this song a lot. It's pretty cool. Oh, we got Conswank in the chat right now too. What's up, bro? Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we're getting close to the end of the stream, but don't forget, if you go to the Discord, we got playlist opportunities in there. If you go follow us on Kayvan's house, we got playlist opportunities there. If we don't get to you today, or even if we did play you, go put your songs in the songs we found in the comments. Series that I have going on Instagram and TikTok right now, because I will be listening to music and playlisting and making content about those songs. I do like this. I think maybe a minute before we get to the first drop is a bit long. We'll see though. This part is maybe not my favorite part right here. Just with the way that the vocal's sitting on the instrumental. I think there was an opportunity for a drop there as well. Chase shot us, I told you to show your face and with all the money you owe me, Conswank. Yeah, I'm dead, bro. You're hilarious. I have to know. I'm not. I feel like the drops could have been bigger drops. I like that you went for a more unique version of it, but I need bigger drops, I think. All right, Nectars, Chase Murphy, Mari, Conswank, Charlie Main. Lots of artists from 99 Neighbors in here. Lots of artists I fuck with.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Y'all boys better pick it up and listen up. Cuddy really thought I could check because he couldn't get it chicken up. Big headed, but boy, you just ain't big enough.
Just gonna go save this in the playlist really quickly too.
I hear the hype, but let me see the results. Bunch of little kids been running around
Nectars. Is this out? Immediately hard. Drops tomorrow. Make sure that's in the release calendar because this is going in the playlist on Friday. This drops tomorrow, guys. This is dumb hard. Look, I'm just giving you the preemptive thumbs up on YouTube also. Great production, great mix, video solid. Shout out Burlington, shout out Vermont.
Little boast, and I don't mean to impose. I do the most, ain't no new approach. Now you just gotta push, and soon enough you gon' cope. Yeah, I'm traveling the
Man, the vibes on this, the vibes on this video take me back to a younger me.
Solid as ever, I'm still accomplishing milestones. Love it or hate it, I do this shit with my eyes closed. With a smile on the black John Prine dog, I'm banging out your iPhone. I haven't reached.
You guys all still live in Vermont? Or Conswank, you're in LA now, right?
I've grown accustomed to fucking with money in different times.
Or are you in Burlington still? Video directions, but like the video's perfect. Reminds me of H. I think it's about reminds me of H. Really? I'm still up in the kitchen chefing lifestyle. I like that this video is in Burlington.
Show you give me my flowers, bitch. I'm fresh about the shower. I'll be ready in an hour. I'm just stunning like my daddy. My mama raised a savage with a handful of.
Moving back to Vermont in a week from LA. Just made this project out here. I don't blame you. Self-directed and edited is nice. Great job on the edit. For the guy before that I said with this video is over-edited, this is a perfect example of a video that is not over-edited, but it still keeps your attention throughout. You're not seeing a lot of effects on here, right? But it's these quick cuts, these easy cuts, good shots, and a good color grade. Full Body says, yeah, this is hard. Actually, the setup in the bedroom, too, is really nice. Like, just the way that everything is placed is really good.
Okay, this karma catching up. Don't say a word. My hourly going up.
I'm based in New York, but I'm from the UK originally. And then I moved to North Carolina, then Tennessee, but I'm in New York now.
I'm sick of excuses. Wasting my time a day while all these people stupid. They say the word is bond, word to God, they acting clueless.
We're gonna watch this whole thing, sorry guys.
I've been causing a nuisance, write a check and I'ma do it. Pedal back so I can move it. I've been thinking why life is different and why I ain't losing. I've been walking a different
You live in the UK, what part? How'd you turn you off your UK accent? I've been here for a while. Been around Americans a lot. They made fun of my accent too much, now it's gone.
I listen back and remember the shit inside my mind. I take a minute and decompress all the shit
that fam.
This shit could fall any second.
I'll give it to you though, yeah? Little cuts in color. Scotland. Oh, you're from Iran. Oh shit. We got another Persian in the chat. I'm also Persian. My dad's in here too. He's from Iran. Where were you born in the US? Really good video edit, bro. Like, you've done a really good job on this video. Shoot all the camcorder B-roll cuts on a Canon Vixia HF M52. Hey, bro. What part of Iran you from? You live in Arizona? What part of Arizona are you in? When you say Scotland, do you mean Scottsdale? Oh, you live in Scotland now. Where do you live in Scotland? Yeah, shout out to all of these guys too. Chase, you did a great job. Mari, I fuck with Mari's music basically every time he puts anything out. Con Swank, I'm a fan of. Have been. Great rapper. Great dude. Charlie Main. It's my first time listening to Charlie Main solo, but I like him too. Live in Edinburgh, but from Scottsdale. That's mad, bro. Brazilian, but live in Europe. Brazilians got the rhythm shit down, so that makes a lot of sense. Charlie Main's got a real like Anderson .Paak kind of vibe to his vocal and delivery. I like it. 10 out of 10 on this one. Drops tomorrow. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. Can't afford LA and New York, so I'm trying to get to Dallas with some music friends. Dallas is a strange place. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not. Chase Chowder on Instagram. I'm already following. You got to get in there too. We got two more. Benson Price Jones. Dallas is a weird place. I've been there one time. It was a weird place. Ooh. Okay, Benson Price Jones. Benson Price Jones on Instagram. I'm in. Got me with the vocals off rip. Really, really nice vocal. I see we got a lot of mutuals too. Shout out to Sheesh Media. Shout out to Wham's World. Shout out to Ryza, my boy. Shout out to Elena, Sunja. Jiggets. You know Jiggets? Fuck yeah. And Jared and the good people at Origin. Charisma Collective as well. And the Two Lost fam. Yeah, man. Keep killing it. This is fire too. I like this. Benson, let me know when this drops, bro. I'll support this. I know this sample too. I think Mick Jenkins might have used it one time. Mo Body, last one, and we're gonna go on a raid. Appreciate you guys. We had a great stream tonight. We found some great music. It was very good. I'm never coming back. You're only 17, bro. Keep going. Chorus starts at 45. All right, we'll get in. Slightly less reverb and delay on the vocal. You don't need it as much as you think you do. Oh, you're not 17 anymore. You started making music at 17. I'm dead because this is basically what I looked like as a kid. Okay, so the things that I would say that you could work on. Higher octave is his bag for sure. I agree with that. The thing that you could work on in vocal is vocal mix for me more than anything. Tuning needs a little bit of work. The master is a little quiet. Melodic choices are fine. But one thing to work on Oh yeah, bro. I'll play Knuckles right now. I did ask for the thing, the free bumps, a couple times, but I'll play it before we get off because you did say you've been here for a while. Mix and master my own stuff, so it's a struggle. Just keep working at it. There are definitely, like, get on YouTube, watch hella YouTube videos, bro. I think for you, like, a good mix reference was probably going to be Juice WRLD, Kid Laroi, early stuff. So I would just definitely go and, like, you could probably Google, like, Kid Laroi vocal chain or, like, fucking Juice WRLD vocal chain. You'll be able to find those things. Equally, I'm pretty sure the dude who mixed all of Juice WRLD shit has, like, tutorials up on YouTube or has, like, not a masterclass, but, like, one of those things where he sits down, like Pensado's Place. If you don't, like, if you're a producer in here, you mix and master your own shit, go follow Pensado's Place on YouTube and go follow, like, all the audio engineering kids because they'll all tell you exactly what you need to do. And it's basically a cheat code. Like, you'll learn so much so quickly. So that's the thing that I would focus on for you is just keep working on the vocal mix side of things, but use Kid Laroi, use Juice WRLD as mix references because I feel like those two things will get you closer to the sound you're looking for from your vocal. But the tuning is one thing that stood out to me, and then just too much reverb delay. You don't need as much as you think.
Soul music for your soul music.
Melodically, it's good, but one thing I would focus on is variation within the melody too. Okay, let me know when it drops, Benson. Because that's a big thing for me with that type of music. It's hard to stand out in that space because there's so much in that space right now. So you've really got to differentiate yourself, and I think one of the ways you can do that is by doing out-of-the-box things with the melody that you wouldn't expect from people in that space already. That's maybe the only thing I would say. I like this one from Knuckles already. Great delivery, great voice. But yeah, like that's what I would work on. Lyrically, honestly I don't hear lyrics first, so I'd have to. Yeah, I agree. This shit is tight. This shit is tight. I agree. __ Knuckles with a Z on Instagram. Make sure you get in there and follow if you're rocking with it. Knuckles, like the hedgehog. This song is called GWTW. I saved it in my playlist. It's very likely that I'll come back to this for content tomorrow as well. Alright, solid, guys. We got through a lot of songs today. We hit the 20,000th submission, and we got through a solid 39 songs tonight. Gone with the Wind is the name of the song. Make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's House on Instagram. Keep up with the content and the playlist opportunities. We'll have more. I'm also giving away free consultation soon. We'll start that giveaway sometime this week, so keep your eyes open for that as well. And that'll be a free consultation with me where we can talk about whatever you want. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great week. We'll be back on Thursday. Make sure you go follow, keep up with us. The schedule's on Thursday as well. And I'm out. We're going to go on a raid, so stick around. I'll take you to another music streamer where you can submit your music. Oh, I turned my screen off too quickly, though. I'll take you to another music streamer that you can submit your music to and hopefully get some feedback or playlisting or support from. So come on this with us. Donka to you, too. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you for sending music in. As always, I appreciate the support. And honestly, I got logged out of here, so hold on one second. Whoops. Whoops. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta log myself in before I can even see who's online. I had to change my password because I forgot it. Yeah, I forgot my password when I was at my parents' crib. It happens. All right, Big Duck's on. So let's go raid Big Duck, man. He's my favorite. And he was in here looking early. Again, shout out to Ambish and thank you for the raid. Shout out to everybody who came in on the raid as well. I'll see you soon. Like I said, keep your eyes open for the content. We'll be back on Thursday, all right? Peace. Logged out of Twitch is a little crazy, though. I'm going to give you a heads up right now. Big Duck is Rick-rolling everyone in his chat, so I see 16 coming through. Let's take the rest of you guys through. There's 8 more in here who aren't coming on this raid. Chop, chop. All right, we're out. Peace, peace, peace. Have a good night.
I'm gonna make an edit to the video and just add Whitney into this part. Rick roll in the chat.